4 million Americans experience hearing loss. A Johns Hopkins study indicated a link between untreated hearing loss and cognitive problems, including dementia, Alzheimer's, and even diabetes. Joining us once again is Troy Mahan. He is the owner of ClearEar Medical Hearing, and his family has been helping, he says, improve the lives of the hearing impaired in Jacksonville, I guess, for more than 5 decades now.
Long time.
So good to see you, Troy. Thanks for being here. Last time you were on, I remember you talking to this, and you say a lot of your patients come in, they're not necessarily talking, or you find that they're not suffering from hearing loss as they are an inability to understand speech.
Correct. About 90% of the patients that we see come in with complaints of not being able to understand what conversation is, especially when they get into noisy environments. And what happens is we have an ability to hear and we have an ability to understand. And when a patient develops what we call a sensory neural hearing loss or nerve deafness, basically what happens is the nerve endings inside the cochlea start to die and deteriorate off, which means the brain's not getting the full signal from both sides of the ear, and it starts to lose its cognitive ability to break apart speech sounds, and that's what we call auditory deprivation. Therefore, making the patient not hard of hearing, because they hear conversation as normal as you and I do, but where you and I hear it like this, they're going to hear it like this. The same amount of volume, but the clarity's been pulled out.
So an inability to clearly understand conversation, as that study out of Johns Hopkins really highlighted, is that you can't follow things, and so you might not think hearing loss is the source of it. You have a complimentary hearing test for people to come in and see you. Talk a little bit about what that hearing test does, and you can kind of show people, you say, what you can hear like clearly by the help of hearing aids at that appointment.
Yeah, a patient with a sensory neural hearing loss usually is the last person to know they have a hearing loss. It's usually the spouse or the loved one that notices it first, because they're the one that always has to repeat themselves. So when a patient comes into our office, we'll do a complete diagnostic workup on that patient, and once we find out what type of hearing loss they have, we can actually take one of our products and put it on them in the office to let them listen to some different listening environments. And it's amazing the reaction that we get from patients, especially when they've had this hearing loss going on for 10 years, and all of a sudden, in a matter of minutes, they're back to hearing normal. It's enlightening.
You know, I remember, this is a different side of things, but when I first got contact lenses for the first time, you know, I didn't really know that I was having a problem. Everything was I guess, fuzzy, but as soon as I put the contact lenses, it was like I was seeing HD. And so I guess it's kind of the same concept.
Absolutely.
As soon as you put the hearing aids in, you're like, wait, has it always been? I didn't realize there was a problem. You have, you say, a bunch of contacts and connections with major manufacturers when it comes to the hearing aid business. And now, does that help you then get a better price to the consumer?
Yeah, a lot of clinics deal with one manufacturer, and that we decided a long time ago that dealing with one manufacturer really wasn't the best option for our patients, for the simple fact that no one manufacturer designs a hearing system to fit every type of hearing loss out there. There's certain manufacturers that specialize in different types of hearing systems. That way we can give our patients better care and better quality of hearing. Okay,
there's a trade-up event that's going on this month for patients who have been who have older hearing aids. What's the trade-up event?
First off, congratulations on your daughter.
Oh, well, thank you.
And this is going to be tied into that.
Okay.
96% of the people last year that purchased hearing aids were purchasing either their second, third, fourth, or fifth set of hearing systems. So a lot of our patients, we realize, have these hearing aids sitting in drawers. So what we decided to do is come up with a trade-in program where these patients that can call in, we're going to take up to 30 callers today. They can call in and we will schedule an appointment to come in. They bring their old hearing aids in. We will take their hearing aids, give them up to a $500 trade-in on a new prescription, and then what we do is we take their old hearing aids, we send them back to the manufacturer, we have them refurbished, and then we fit them to underprivileged children here in Jacksonville for families that can't afford hearing health care. Because, you know, hearing health care a lot of times is not cheap. Yes. Sometimes it can be expensive, and there's a lot of children here in Jacksonville that we have taken care of throughout the years at either a very little cost or at no cost. In this program, it's a win-win for the patient we're fitting and a win-win for the child that's getting hearing health care that they didn't have before.
So tying to that, you have a new location in Arlington.
We do.
Talk about that very quickly, and then I want to make sure people know where this trade-in event is.
The location we have in Arlington actually is a clinic that's been there for 52 years. The lady that was running the clinic, the audiologist, was there since retired. She knew my family's history in here, and she was very diligent that she wanted somebody that had the same morals and ethics that she did for 50-something years to come in and take over her practice. So we did, and it's been a godsend. It's been a lot of fun.
Wonderful. And very quickly, the trade-up event. Is there a specific date for this? Or
trade-up event, we're going to be doing a trade-up event, but we're going to put the first 30 callers today as a guaranteed $500 trade-up, regardless of what condition their hearing aid is in.
Wow, that's really, say that one more time, because that's really a great deal, and it's really for a great cause too.
And the hearing aids, like I said, they're sitting in drawers, not doing them any good, but the first 30 callers that call in on the number that'll be posted is going to get a guaranteed $500 trade-up towards the purchase of a new hearing aid.
Well, that's kind of a no-brainer. no-brainer.
Yeah.
Yeah, get something better for your hearing and also support a child who
And
might
help a
need it.
child.
That's wonderful. Thank you. It's so good to see you, Troy.
Good to see you again.
Appreciate you being here. And we'd like to thank ClearEar Medical Hearing for sponsoring this segment. There are 3 locations, they say, that can help serve you. You can visit the Beaches location, which is over on 3rd Street. Orange Park location is on Wells Road across from the mall. And in Arlington, the location is just around there by the Christ King Church. The phone number, if you would like that, 904-247-4327. And then when you do that, mention the $500 upgrade, which is a really great deal. Or their website, which is simply, what is it again? Tell me.
www.clearearjacks.com.
Okay, very good. All right, coming up after the break, we're going to be joined by Lou Pendas.